Get Undressed. Hello and welcome to Get Undressed. Today,
Hello.
I have the pleasure of welcoming Louisa.
Hi.
I'm so excited to have you on here.
Me too. I'm very excited.
I feel like I kind of like grew up with you. We
Yes.
kind of like grew up together.
We were just talking about this off camera. We basically grew up together. We've been through it all.
We have.
We really have. We've been through it all.
When I think back on it, like my agent at the time was like, do you want to work with this singer? And I was like, yeah, why not? And I had no idea what was about to happen in my life. I was like, it was fine.
Oh dear.
And then we just started like traveling all over and doing so many looks.
Yeah, I'm just like, as you're talking, it's coming back to me. We've done so much.
Yeah.
Like we've been all over the world.
Do you remember those weeks where it would be like Monday fitting, Tuesday fitting, Wednesday, oh no, time off, Thursday fitting, Friday fitting?
I don't even think there was a day where it was like time off, to be honest. Like during that period of like 4 years, it was like it was crazy. I didn't even get time to breathe.
No, I think it was kind of like those moments in life where you're like, you don't really have time to think about anything.
Yeah,
and
you just
like,
got to keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. It was mad.
How was it for you? Because I know basically before we start working together,
Yeah.
you went through a few stylists and everything. Like, how was it for you on your end, like starting to work together and also like going through that whole phase of like, let's kind of like discover a look and the pieces that you like and the essentials, like, because I remember at the time it was like the Louisa look, like people would be like, how to get your look.
I mean, it's a hard one because I feel like I was just speaking about this. Every song that I did had like a different feel behind it and a different style. And it was actually like, it was weird for me because I was really young as well. And I hadn't quite nailed. I mean, when you're young, when you're 17, 18, 19 anyway, you're figuring it out for yourself.
Yeah.
You don't know what you like. And you don't know what you don't like.
No.
You just try it all.
Yeah.
And then eventually you sort of get to a point where you're like, oh, that suits me. That doesn't suit me. These colours work. These don't. And I just think I was really experimenting on that. Also, you know, everyone looking at what I was wearing anyway. And it was a bit weird.
Yeah.
Because there would be times where I really liked something and everyone else was like, no. Or the opposite.
I remember.
Yeah. And when you're a teenager, it's like, well, I want to wear what I want.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was a bit of a strange experience because I feel like styling's quite a personal thing.
And if you feel good in your clothes, then you feel good as well. And
Exactly.
it's like, I think there's something really hard about going into promo and being like, that's not really what I want to wear, but I have to wear it. Because then you're like, you think about what you're wearing instead of being like, well, that's kind of like my... You know, it's like a second skin in a way. And you're like, if you feel good in the second skin that you're wearing, then you're like, fuck this, I'm a boss bitch.
Yeah, exactly. And there's ways like to make that second skin a bit more extravagant.
Yeah.
Or just tone it down. Like for me, I know if I'm just going out the house, I'm crop top and trousers and
for life.
Literally for life. Trainers, shorts, crop tops, t-shirt, just plain and simple.
Yeah.
That's just like what I like and what I feel comfortable in. But
and cute jewelry.
I know, and cute jewelry, always make jewelry cute. Because I think it just elevates an outfit as well. I think you taught me that actually because I wasn't really a jewelry girl.
Really?
No, I used to hate wearing things on my mum used to wear so much jewelry. And I used to say to her, does that not annoy you? Like, it's just all like there and...
It annoys you and then one day you take it off and you're like, oh my God, I'm fucking naked. I need it back on.
And now I sleep in it. And I'm like, I don't ever take my jewelry. I probably should, some of it, but like, I don't ever take it off.
I'm the same.
And now I'm like, jewelry, always. So I think that really like makes an outfit as well.
I think the time that we were working together... and where like you were in full promo and everything was also the time where like Hailey Bieber started coming out as like a style icon and everything. And I remember like I would email PRs in the US and they would be like, oh yeah, she's like the English Hailey Bieber.
Do you know what? I would love that right now because I love her.
Yeah.
Great. She actually put me on her story once and I was fangirling so hard. Yeah, it was an outfit that you styled me in. It was like a white crop top, obviously, with like one sleeve, low jeans.
Yeah.
And they were like unbuttoned. Do you remember it was
I
in LA?
remember,
And I had this like old classic Reebok jacket.
Yes.
And I was just walking and I think someone took a picture of it and she posted it on her story like, this is such a vibe. And I was like, yeah! Amazing. I love her, yeah. So yeah, I've always like sort of looked at what she's done and I really like, it's just really laid back. Really like the like off-duty model, like street look. That's just always been what I've really liked.
When I look at you and I think, oh, what's you? It's like, it's this. Like, it's so natural for you. And it's like, whenever we do looks that are like a bit more over the top and stuff like that, I feel like we always need to keep that essence that you have. And I think it's something that's sometimes really hard as a stylist to be like, you have to be mindful of the person that you're working with and what they actually like and don't like. And I think what makes you a good stylist is to be able to, like, in a way, listen and adapt to your client. Yeah. Not be like, you have to wear that. Yeah.
Because also, like, everyone's got an opinion as well. Like, I've got mine, you've got yours, the assistants have got theirs, whoever we're working with's got theirs. And it is difficult because, like we say, it is a really personal
But I'll tell you one thing. I've never seen so many opinions in my life than when I was working with you. Yeah. And I think in a way I learned, because at the beginning I was like, okay, I've got to please everyone. And then at some point I was like, no. Yeah. Like, as long as I please you, we're fine.
Do you know what? It is hard because it's like everyone's got a vision. Sometimes when the visions aren't aligned, that's where the problem is. And, you know, it's not a big deal. People probably listen to this think it's literally clothes. But when you've got so many people talking about so many different things and we're not all on the same page, it is really hard to like knuckle down and think. But then at the same time, like I was, you know, a teenager, I didn't really have a backbone to say, actually, I like this. Actually, I don't like that. I didn't know how to say no. So yeah, it was kind of hard.
No one throws you in the music industry telling you like, you're going to have to get a really good psychotherapist on the side because it's going to get really fucking tricky very quickly about everything and all the decisions. And it's like, even for me, when I start working, I wish someone had told me like, you don't need to please everyone. You can say, no, I don't like this. I don't like that. I don't want to do that. Because I felt for a very long time, I felt like if I say no, then I'm the one that's complicated. Yeah. If I say I don't feel comfortable doing this, then I'm the one being complicated. I'm a diva. Da, da, da. And nowadays I'm like,
it gets to a point where it's like, oh, fuck what everyone else says, because you really are not going to ever win. No. Like, especially when it comes down to how you feel and like what you want to wear or how you want to look, and it's you and it's your body. Like, 100%. It's your body that's being dressed. If you don't like it and you don't like the way it looks, then that's fine. Who's actually, where did the whole narrative come from that like we all have to have an opinion on what somebody like how you're being styled? And do you know?
I think it's people having to justify the money they're making at the end of every month. Sometimes probably it's like when I do commercials, sometimes everybody will have an opinion as well, and I'm like, oh, it's because you're being paid a fortune, so you feel like you have to say something. Yeah. But deep down, like, no one really cares. Yeah. That's the thing.
At the end of the day, we just want to make good music, look cute.
I know.
And that's it.
So I remember the first time I heard you, I was like, this is insane. Like, this is the person that I've worked with that has the most insane voice I've ever heard in my life. You just speak, and then all of a sudden, like, you start singing. I just speak. And you don't even make an effort. Yeah. It's like, you don't even make an effort. It's like, and you're like, wait, what the fuck just happened? How is that to wake up on an everyday basis and know that you can do that? It's like a superpower.
I don't know. I don't think of it like that. Weirdly, I don't just wake up and think, whoa. But I don't know. I think singing to me, you know, like we were just saying about second skin, singing to me is like second nature. I've just always loved to sing. I cannot shut up. Yeah. I'm walking down the street and I'm singing and people are like, what are you doing? And I just think, oh, forgot. Like, I am sometimes. Yeah. I get so like, I think it's just my safe space. It makes me feel good. I like the way it makes me feel. I've just always loved it. I never really have looked too much further than that. I enjoy so many different styles of music, which is also really difficult as well, like being young and not really knowing your sound, let alone your style and how you like your hair and your makeup. And everything else. But yeah, it's to me it's just second nature. I just love it.
Do you like writing?
Yes, I never used to.
You've been writing quite a lot.
Yeah. I'd run out of words, I think. I don't know if I've got any more songs left in me. I love writing now. I never used to like it, But I think it was because, again, when you're really young, I didn't have anything to say. I was at school.
Yeah.
And then I, won a show. And then I just went into this world that I didn't really know. And what's there to talk about, really? That you've got to have life experiences. And
also, I think it's quite hard, even when you're in that situation of like you just came out of the show and all of that is happening to you. I think it's quite hard to talk about it because people find it very irrelatable.
Yeah.
Like people don't really relate to it, and it's like,
listen, honey, I didn't even relate to all of my songs. All of them. I can now, but I couldn't relate to songs, and I loved them, but I couldn't relate to them. I was 18, just turned 18, singing like about going out and getting drunk, and I'd got drunk, but I ain't got drunk. It's just, it's not the same. And I just couldn't even relate to my own words, and that's all I knew at the time. I can't blame myself, but that was just how it was. But now I feel like I've really got things to talk about.
So last time I saw you sing, one of the songs was absolutely incredible because it was about everything that happened in the past maybe 4 or 5 years.
Oh yeah, I know.
And like your life experience and how you've grown from this and how you've learned so much about yourself. And I felt this is insane because releasing a song like that and talking like that is kind of like being so open about everything that you went through. And this is the thing for me, for like with singers, like when you're an actor, you open yourself and you play a character, but it's different because at the end of the day you always play a character. When you're a singer and you start writing a song and the song is about something that you relate to or that you've been through, that's so much more personal. When I heard you sing it, like even in your voice you can hear the moments and you can hear the story, and that's insane.
I think for me this time around, like I have sort of gone a little bit off the radar just because I really needed to find like my sound and everything and just enjoy my life, because like I say, it was really full on.
I think you have had no time also. Like, the whole time this whole promo was going around and you were with that label, I just remember thinking there's not a single moment where we can sit down and think. I remember like being on the plane to LA just before the Brits to shoot a video, and then
that trip was mad.
It was mad.
Yeah,
shooting a video, refitting the Brits look
in the hotel. Like a day before that we had to fly back,
and then fly back the day of the Brits. And you fly back, arrive in hair and makeup, and I actually have a picture of myself in the elevator bringing the looks to the O2, and like I look dead, inside, outside, everywhere.
Oh, God.
And I walked in this room and you were like, I feel dead because I've not slept. Even when we're on the plane, I've not had time to like disconnect.
Yeah, do you know why? Because I used to be the most nervous flyer ever. And I'd get on these business class flights that were paid for by the label, and I'd literally sit like this the whole time. And now I'm fuming because I'm like, I wasted sleep. I'd look out that window and I'd think, oh, help. Like I'd literally sit there. My manager would be holding my hand. And I wasted so many business class flights and I'm fuming about it. It's so annoying. I'll never do that again. I will never take it for granted again.
You'll arrive in business and
I'll be like snoring and that was just horrible. It was a lot. There was just so many things going on at once. Yeah, we didn't even get the time to sit down and mood board about our month ahead and what we're going to wear to this and blah, blah, blah. And it was like, what can we get now? Just really quick, all the time. I wouldn't change it for the world because like we had so many laughs.
We had many the best shits time. And giggles.
Yeah,
like,
we did.
Honestly, I have memories where I was like, we were both like, oh my God, fuck this.
We just look at, and also we're those people that we just look at each other and be like, we know what we're thinking. We just be like, okay. Yeah.
I need to tell you something. Remember when you sang Frozen on Ant and Dec?
Oh yeah.
They were like, Louisa's gonna sing Frozen. And so she needs to wear white. And I remember I was working with Shade at the time.
Yeah.
I didn't have a kid. I'm not a mega fan of Disney movies. I had no fucking clue what Frozen was.
How can you not know what Frozen is?
Didn't know. And I was like, she needs to look Frozen, in her look.
That was a whole palaver, wasn't it?
Oh my God,
the looks for that. We got there in the end. We always do.
We got there.
Yeah.
But we got there when I said, she's just gonna wear this, that's it. I don't know if you remember that. Was, I think it was the first time working with you where I just went like,
actually, no.
Everyone, no, like she's wearing this.
Yeah.
And I remember you were like, I don't feel great today, I feel really tired.
Yeah, but this is the thing,
good and feel good.
It's so personal. Like it does frustrate me a little bit, because I'm like, you know, if I'm on my period and I don't want to wear something because I am in pain, or, you know, I don't really want to wear white when I'm on my period. No. Or, you know, I'm feeling
conscious,
rubbish. I'm just feeling rubbish. I'm feeling moody and I'm feeling tired and I don't want to talk to anyone, let alone wear something that makes me feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like things like that, sometimes you just have to say, look, this is what I feel comfortable in, and that's the end of it.
Yeah, it's so true.
Yeah.
So true. What's your favorite look we've done?
Oh, my God. That's hard. Oh,
wait, what's your most hated look? I know which one.
Oh, no. Do you know which one it is?
I know which one. I don't know if it's the same.
You say it.
For me, it's the first one.
The Brits?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I hate. Yeah, because but
the whole thing was horrible. Like, the whole thing.
Okay, there's a story behind it, and I don't think I've ever told it. I had blue hair for a L'Oreal campaign.
Yeah.
I was working with L'Oreal and they had all these like crazy colours. So like pinks, blues, purples.
Also, disclaimer, they say it goes away in the wash. It doesn't.
Yeah, so basically I had blue hair for a L'Oreal event and I wanted it. So I can't tell anyone that it's not anyone's fault, because I wanted the blue hair. But I think where I just freshly dyed my hair blonde as well, the blue really clung onto my hair. Yeah. Is that a word? Clung?
Yeah.
And it went green. My hair was green. It was sort of like that, green, but just a little bit paler. And I remember going into the hairdressers and they were like, the only way that this is going to come out is if you dye your hair pink. So I dyed my hair pink and I had to get some extensions to match, and they didn't match. So we tried to like match them. This was all on the day of the Brits, by the way.
I remember.
And then one of the first times I met you, you were just in this room with all these clothes. We were just there. We were like, wow, we've got the Brits red carpet in 2 hours. What do we do?
I remember furiously running, but like furiously running crazy. To Harrods to buy a corset.
Oh God. And as well, then I didn't know my shape. Like, I didn't know what suited me. I didn't really get it. Do you know what I mean?
I think you were just like, you were in such a panic mode, and everything was, the person who was doing your makeup as well was like, oh my God, I've had such an idea of what I want to do, and we're like, that's not exactly what she wants to do. But like, everyone was just like in damage control.
Yeah.
And then they were like, you need to go now.
Because I actually had a really beautiful dress lined up, but I don't think they wanted me to wear
No,
it.
do you know what I remember? So there was an amazing dress. And you were like, okay, I want to wear this one. And where you were getting ready, someone else who was attending the Brits was going ready, and she goes, I've just worn that dress for my birthday and it's going to be in OK magazine. And yeah, so, that's my most hated look ever.
Yeah. Ever, not
ever.
even just with
and
me.
Then, disclaimer, I hate the Brits. This is also like my most hated event ever. Yeah, I hate the Brits.
Do you?
I hate prepping for the Brits.
Oh yeah, it's completely different, because I'm just like, hey.
Yeah, you're in for the wild ride.
Next time, nobody's ever telling me what to wear again.
What's your favourite one?
My favourite, I've actually got quite a few. One of my favourites was when we did Best Behaviour video shoot.
Yeah.
And I wore like this silver, was it Paco Rabanne?
Yes.
Top with all the little silver discs.
Yeah. And then you had like shit tons of jewelry, which was
my whole outfit was basically jewelry.
World.
Yeah.
So that look was one of my favorites as well. Also, I really enjoyed when we did that because we prepped it more in advance.
Yeah.
There was an entire, mood board, and then you had like a lot of input, and you always used to send me like loads of Instagram pictures, and you were like, I like this, I like that. And I remember you used to send me like details of the pictures. You would send me a picture and you would circle something on the look, and you'd be like, I like this part of the look.
Because I had to be so particular, because I didn't want anyone to come at me and be like, but you said you like that. And I was like, yeah, but I only like the one thing in the picture. Don't get twisted. Yeah, that was definitely one of my faves, because we also had these bum shorts, like so high up my bum, but on the front of them, there was like chains and jewelry, and do you remember, like, and crystals and all these things hanging down. They were the most amazing shorts ever. I wish I kept them. Oh God, do you know what? A lot of our casual looks I really liked.
Me too.
I'm trying to remember.
One look I really loved, ironically it's for the Brits again, was a green custom dress.
Yeah, Michael Cahill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That I loved.
That was the best. That was my favourite.
And do you remember we went to this place in LA called Wasteland? And we found some boots there. No, some shoes there. Like
the green
strappy,
ones.
Strappy green ones. And we're like, these are perfect.
Perfect
they fit
match.
with everything. Yeah.
Yeah, because that was when we were stressing. We were in LA stressing about these shoes and dress. And the green was so it was such a unique green. Couldn't really, well, obviously it's green, but really hard to find a shoe to go with it. And we found like the perfect shade. So we did that. And also we did the Britney look.
Listen,
that was amazing.
I still get references sent to
me. Honestly, was one of the best things we've ever done. It was like we copied for Halloween Britney Spears' "Slave for You" outfit, where she had the snake, but I wasn't that brave. And
I hate snakes as well, so it was never gonna happen.
Yeah, you literally made it.
Yeah,
you made it from scratch, and it was spot on. It was so good.
You were like, I feel like I want to dress like Britney. I'm a slave for you. And I was like, say no more, sister. I'm ready for that. And I remember it was in one of my old studios, and we had an intern at the time. And I was like, okay, so this is the base. I've done I had done the bra. We had the boots who were coming from Chiara Ferragni. We had like a micro short, and I was like, I've bought everything. You need to stick those things on, and then I'll finish it. And I remember she was looking at me, and she was like, what the fuck is that woman telling me to do? Like, I don't understand. She was like completely traumatized to be doing an internship with me. She was just like not understanding what like styling meant. And she was like, but I don't understand why we're reproducing something like that. No one's ever going to care about it. And I was like, you just wait until this lady goes on stage. You just wait. And we have the most iconic pictures, the most iconic like moments in that.
It's so funny as well, because someone sent me an article from like OK magazine or something. And I don't know what article it was actually, but someone was talking about Britney Spears in the article, and they used my picture from that red carpet. Someone was like, this is not Britney Spears. I was like, that's great. We got the look on point. We got the good look.
And I think also like up to this day, because that was for Kiss FM Haunted House, up to this day, it's still in the list of best looks.
Yeah, it was so cool.
But you know, really people that I work with tell me, can you do better than that? And I'm always like,
don't know. Not sure.
I don't know.
Maybe.
This one was just like everything. I think everything was perfect about it.
Yeah, it was so good. So good.
Sometimes everything aligns and everybody feels great, and then it just works out.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's such a difference. But I also feel like this happened because we had been working together for a long time. We knew each other. Like, I know when you have a bad day, you know when I have a bad day. Like, we understand each other without really like speaking to each other in a fitting, and that makes such a difference. Because when I work with people, it's like, let's do like one job together here and there. I don't know them. I don't know their body. People are like, surely you know like what's the body shape of someone, and it's like, realistically, I don't know until I've started working with them. And I feel like we created kind of like a artist-stylist relationship that like lasted quite some time, and up to this day, like when you're like, oh, I need a look, I know exactly what's gonna suit you.
Builds a lot over time as well. It's not something that you just go, yep, sorted, because you have to like have them experiences together to sort of learn and understand each other more.
How are you feeling at the moment? What's next for you? And most important, like, what do you think you've taken away from like these past 5 years?
I mean, at the moment I feel like I'm in a transition period. My music before was a part of me. And now I'm like transitioning into a woman, which has been a bit of a weird journey, as anyone else's journey would be, you know, like transitioning from like teenager to like young adult and to
a
woman.
Teenager in the public eye.
Yeah. So having to like do all of that has been really interesting. Like, I feel like I look at my life on a bird's eye view quite a lot.
Yeah.
Just to make sure that I'm doing it right. And I'm not always doing it right, but you know. No, I'm joking. But like, yeah, I just feel like I'm in a transition period where, you know, this next phase of my music and stuff is just going to be like really raw, really real, like just real life girl experiences that I've had. I'm really excited. I'm really scared actually, because I've never given much of myself away before, and now I'm like writing songs that mean so much to me. I'm like, they're sort of like I'm giving them to the world. It's kind of weird, like a weird feeling, because they're my thoughts and feelings that people will just have.
People are going to relate to it.
Yeah,
so much
and that's
more.
all I really want, to be honest. I just want people, I always say when I go into the studio, I just want people to sing this and feel it. Like, no matter whether it makes them happy or sad or it helps them or whatever. I just want them.
Reaction.
Yeah, I just want them to feel it and to like relate. And when I sing them songs back into a crowd of people, they're like, yeah, like they're getting it with me. And I can see in their faces that they've experienced it too. It makes everything like feel more unified. And there's nothing more in the world that I love than like connection. Like when you meet someone and you're like, it's like you've known them for years.
Yeah.
I like to feel like that when I'm on stage as well. So it makes complete sense. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm really excited. What was the other question? What have I learned?
Yeah.
A lot, really. It's really hard to narrow it down, but just think that life's just crazy for anybody.
Yeah.
And even like since all that COVID stuff and everything shut down for the music industry for a good year, and even 6 months after that, it was just weird. Mm-hmm. So I think during that time, it's really just made me realize what's important. And yeah, I'd say that overall, like I've just really learned in my life what's important and what's not, and what to stress over and what not to stress over. Definitely don't always get that right.
But I think it's so hard to get it right, because sometimes you're like, I'll start stressing about something and then I'll look back and I'll be like, that's ridiculous. But in the moment,
it feels like the end of the world.
It feels
sometimes,
like the end of the world.
Yeah.
And also like people around you are like, this is the end of the world. So it's like, how do you also like understand when something is not the end of the world?
Yeah,
you know?
For sure. I just want to always just have my friends around me, have my family around me. There were a lot of times where I couldn't have that and I wasn't happy. I wasn't enjoying things, because I think, what's the point of having everything you've ever dreamed of but being on your own? Like, I don't understand it. That's just how I work. I'm not sure, like some people can just go. I just can't do that. And I'm not going to apologize for it, because I enjoy it. I enjoy like looking at the side of stage and seeing my mum, or looking at the side of stage and seeing my friends and they're like smiling or filming something, and then I can go off stage and I'm like, woo, I can be excited with them. It's about the journey for me.
Also being excited about the fact that you're sharing those moments with someone who really understands and truly understands what it means for you to be on stage.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I think there are like some key things that I have learned or would change or wouldn't change. Yeah. But yeah, I think it's just about keeping going and growing and living and learning and loving. All them and things.
Fuck it.
Yeah, all of them things.
Have you kept a few like iconic pieces from the time you were doing all these video clips and all of that? Is there like pieces that you still have, you look at in your wardrobe and you're like, that brings me back to that moment?
Yeah, it's mainly shoes.
Yeah.
Because I feel like there's a lot. I had so many clothes and random things that we'd have. And
so much was going back to the PRs as well.
Yeah, exactly. And you actually just can't keep it all.
No.
But so like things like shoes I can wear again and stuff like that. So yeah, there's definitely, I've still got the green shoes from the Brits. I've never worn them since. I don't know if I ever will, but I always look at them and think, yeah, you're nice. And then I've got like a Balmain dress as well. Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Did I get that
Balmain,
right?
Yeah.
Because I always worry.
No, you did.
But yes, I've got that dress that I really loved. And then some things from like photo shoots and things like that. I've kept a few things, like not a load, because I'm a bit of a hoarder. So if I start, then I won't stop. But yeah.
So then sometimes you're like, let's empty everything.
Yeah, let's get it all out.
We've just done it today at the studio.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's actually such a nice feeling. I did it with my kitchen the other day. I was clearing out everything. It really like shifts energy and just makes you feel good.
I'm a firm believer that sometimes like objects will hold like an energy on old
100%.
energy, and you just need to like
do you
cleanse
ever get
yourself.
that feeling? Like, I don't know if this is anyone else, but I'm like going through my wardrobes and I'll look at a jumper and I've not worn it in like 5 years, and I hate it, but I just can't get rid of it.
I know.
Why am I still looking at this every day and the colour's annoying me? I don't know if this is just me.
No.
But I think
like,
I can't
like,
throw
no,
it away,
can't.
because what if one day in 5 years' time I decide I want to wear it? Like, I need to stop doing things like that.
This is like emotional attachment.
Yeah.
I mean, too many more looks together.
Yes, 100%.
And then we can see you at Pride very soon.
Yes, very soon. Edinburgh Pride at the end of the month.
Guys,
be fun.
Stay tuned. Thank you so much for coming on today.
You.
It really meant a lot, because
it's nice to reminisce as well, isn't it?
Yes. And I think it's nice to look back at it years after.
Yeah.
Because in the moment,
in hindsight.
Exactly. In the moment, it might have been like a lot, and it might have been like a lot mentally as well for the both of us. But then when I look back at it, I think, okay, I've learned so much. I've learned what I like, what I don't like, what I want to do, what I don't want to do.
Yeah.
The people I never want to work with again. And the people I still want to work with.
Yeah,
you know?
but that's what life's about, isn't it? Just realising and either moving on or taking people with.
100%. Thank you for today.
Thank you.